Hey guys, Mushu here, back with another samurai story. Today we're talking about one of the only samurai to not have a single loss on their record, Tsukahara Bokuden, winning almost 20 duels to the death unscathed, and much more. So without further ado, let's get into it. Bokuden was born around the year 1489 in the Hitachi province of Japan's biggest island, Honshu. He was born an orphan under the name Masako, but early on he was adopted by the Tsukahara family after the untimely death of one of their sons. His adoptive father started teaching him Tenshin Shoden Katori Shinto, one of the oldest fighting styles in all of Japan. And he quickly mastered it by fighting and winning his first duel to the death at the ripe age of 17, killing his opponent in one swift strike. So he decides to travel across Japan and learn from the best swordsmen of his day. After a few more successful duels at the age of 20, he encounters a swordsman by the name of Ochiai Torazaiman and eagerly challenges him. Ochiai was not worried, a 40-year-old master swordsman being challenged by a random 20-year-old, so he accepted. But to his surprise, Bokuden defeated him quickly, knocking him to the ground, and even though it was a lethal duel, Bokuden chose to let him live. But Ochiai was not happy. Humiliated, he planned an ambush on Bokuden's posse in the woods. He dashed out from the trees to slice Bokuden, and having almost no time to react, Bokuden pulls out his wakizashi, or short sword, and fatally injures him. Bokuden then ran into the vicious warrior Kajiwara Natago, who was famous for dueling with a naginata spear instead of a katana, leaving his defeated opponents screaming in agony until their eventual death. He was undefeated. But Bokuden, you see, he had this philosophy. It's about the first strike in any encounter, to remain calm and have the full intent to win with that first strike. So as the match begun, Kajiwara lunges forward with his spear. Bokuden dodged the strike and sliced the blade off the spear. He then defeated Kajiwara quickly. He continued to travel and win duels, creating his own style of sword fighting called Kashima Shinto-ryu, or single cut style. And he had a unique approach to fighting. A famous quote from him says, "My art is different than yours. It consists not in defeating others, but in not being defeated." Over his career, he won a total of 19 duels to the death without a scratch. But he also won a lot of non-lethal duels on the way, injuring a few so bad that they could never fight again after. After many years of traveling, Bokuden then enlisted in the Daimyo's army, where he fought in a reported 36 battles, claiming a death toll of 212 without being touched by a blade. Although he was hit 6 different times in that course with arrows, in these battles he continued fighting flawlessly. He then returned home to retire at the age of 37 to teach his fighting style. He taught a lot of skilled samurai, even teaching a future shogun of Japan. But as Bokuden got older, he got sick and tired of all these young, rambunctious samurai coming up and challenging him all the time. So he came up with a new secret style he referred to as the no sword style, or winning with no hands. And I think the best example of this is when Bokuden was around 50, a young, arrogant swordsman publicly challenges him. Bokuden calmly replies in front of everyone that he accepts, and he will easily beat him unarmed. But to not disturb anyone, they have to duel on a nearby small island. The young swordsman agrees, and they go off on a boat to the island. Immediately when they land, the swordsman jumps out and demands to start the duel. But Bokuden grabs the paddle and pushes the boat out, leaving the swordsman extremely frustrated and hilariously exclaiming, "Welcome to my sword of no school." The guy was funny, but also humble. He once said, quote, "Calmness, not skill, is the sign of a matured samurai. A samurai, therefore, should never be pompous or arrogant." He peacefully died at the age of 83 in 1571. Tsukahara Bokuden went down as not only a master swordsman, but as a sword saint, or kensai, which there can only be one of in an entire generation, and only a few samurai ever gaining the title. His gravesite, named Kashima Shrine, is believed to be the spiritual home of Japanese swordsmanship. If you want to learn more about Bokuden, there are many books written on him. They've made many movies about his life as well, the most recent depiction being a 2011 TV show titled simply Tsukahara Bokuden. But that's about it. The undefeated samurai. What do you think? Is he the best? Can he be beaten by another? Let me know in the comments. But until next time, make sure to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and slice that like button like I sliced this shaken up pop can.